This fucking Brexit is just fucking so annoying in this country. And I thought the British Empire was out of this country forever, but no, we have to listen to this shite from the United Kingdom because they're never going to shut up about Brexit, are they? We put up for them for 700 years and now we still have to listen to them going to threaten our economy, threaten all the things we done, threaten all the good things we done in this country. Och, it's just retarded. And I have a funny feeling we're just going to end up back in the 18th century for what's going to happen now in Brexit. And the United Kingdom be all the hockey doorway because they're too busy worrying about every other country but our country. The country that survived so long. One of the oldest countries in the world. The oldest country nearly in the world. And the oldest country that had to literally listen to them for 700 years. Alone. Now let me tell you, Germany and Belgium and all that didn't have to put up with an empire for 700 years dictating them. For 700 years is a long time, and putting up for them for nearly 810 years now is still even longer time. And there's still, like, Brexit is really just, it's on to annoy me. Because I don't want the British armoured cars and tanks and guns on the border. I don't even want the border though. I want the 6 counties back. And everybody in this country damn right wants it too. Because they're fed up with being ordered around by buses and by the London and by Westminster and by Stormont. We are an independent state. We don't listen to orders from any country outside our state. I mean, it's just ridiculous. The Irish government should just say, we don't, look England, you can do whatever you want. Because you're dragging this out. You literally are just dragging it out, trying to get more, I don't know what they're trying to get, sympathy. That's probably all they're trying to get. The majority of the people in Northern Ireland, I really don't care if the British government even come and put a price on my head by MI6 or MI7. If they want to put a price on my head. But they never shut up me. That's one thing for sure. And I'm telling you now, and I'm telling any British sovereigns that want to get rid of me, or any of them, they can go ahead. They can go ahead, but you never shut up Ireland. You shut them up for 700 years, but you won't shut them up anymore. You have terrorised this country for years and years. And Brexit is terrorising this country for more and more years to come. Because you do not care. You only care about your relationship with Brussels, your relationship with Germany, and your relationship with the rest of Europe, and you couldn't give an absolute ballsack about Ireland. And that is the truth. So Ireland's a little country, so what? We only have 4 million people, so what? Germany has about 18 million people, so what? Why, you're only worried about them because they give you, if you need money, they throw money over to you. And you don't care about a small island that's been here for so long, longer than the British Empire anyway, longer than yous. We've been here since the beginning of time. Newgrange is here since the beginning of nearly the world. And you're going to come here and order us around. This country is ancient. This island is ancient and this island is sacred. And if you're going to put a border on this island, it is a pure disgrace. Older people would even say how they were taken out of their cars when they were going up to Northern Ireland with the British Army and put the guns up to their face for doing nothing. People going up to work, people going up to get a boat to Scotland or something on a holiday, and they get pulled out by the British Army, and they're coming about 50 cows. Literally, I'm not even joking, about 50 cows, the British Army and the Royal Irish Constabulary, and just take out the car and put the guns up to your face. Now let me tell you, what kind of an empire or what kind of people, that's what the troubles were, but innocent women and men who didn't do anything wrong. And you decided to terrorise them. You decided to terrorise them. And let me tell you something, the British Empire is not God. They done some terrible things in their time. They done more terrible things. And then they started complaining as soon as we started blowing up places in Northern Ireland. They done a lot worse to this country than anything could happen. This country has put up with so much debt because of the British Empire. And the same with India. This I can go on forever how many British colonies they took over and just killed anybody who should have decided to target them. But I'm telling you, I'm targeting you now, and I'm saying what I want to say. You're not back in the 80s or he's not back in the 18th century or the 17th century where you can hang people and you can shoot people. You cannot shut up the word of freedom and democracy. You might be social democratic or whatever the fuck you are over there, but this is a democratic state and always will remain a democratic state. And Ireland is the most neutral country in the world and will not get involved in anything, but the British Empire is forcing us to get involved in Brexit. We didn't ask for Brexit. We couldn't care about the EU. And it's simple that only for some bollockses in the government caring about them because they want those wages at the end of the week. As I said so many times, we stood alone for 700 years. And nobody cared. No one cared about this small nation who suffered so deadly and so many people's lives were lost. Way too many people died for this empire that still remains across the channel and still threatens our way of life. Because this is the biggest, and I'm worried myself about this, and I'm not going to say everything will be okay, but I'm going to tell you all now. This will be the biggest threat to the Irish state since World War II. Because we don't know what would happen and what will happen to our people. Could be mass famine in this country. Could be mass unemployment. Could be mass crime waves. There could be mass bombings. There could be mass everything. This country will be in crisis, whatever the British Empire decides to do. We must not let them do what they want. We must stand up for our rights and our equality. And we must never give in to a foreign army or to a foreign country or to a foreign queen or to a foreign president. We are a democratic state and we have our own president. We have our own Taoiseach. Like they have their own president, prime minister. But we are an independent Irish republic. And we deserve to say what we want, and what we want is not the British Empire getting involved in our stuff and getting us involved in their stuff. It's none of our, we didn't ask for you to go and vote for it. The people of Northern Ireland said they wanted to remain in the EU, and the British Empire know that. Theresa May know it, the cabinet of Westminster know it, and nobody seems to care about Northern Ireland either. So bear that in mind, people of Northern Ireland. The British Empire does not care about you, they only care about the people that's on their island and who is paying their taxes, because Northern Ireland is just nothing to them. It's just like, oh, we keep them, more taxes, more money for us, more back, put it in the bank, save it for a while, you know. But then again, they only worry about themselves, and they're probably, in that case, they're right to worry about themselves and worry about how bad it will affect them. And this country is too busy worrying about what other countries do, which is purely upsetting for society and democratic societies nowadays. But anyway, thank you for listening. I'm getting myself upset now, because God knows what will happen. But we must not fail, and we must stay strong as best we can. Thank you.